Okay. I think we are live. So let's switch to another screen now. Welcome everybody if you're joining the stream right now. This is another test from me, Stefan de Vreese, founder of Titanify. There we go. Hi everybody. Good evening. Good evening. This is what I do. And we're live on 4 platforms now. Like every stream, there's a little bit more going on. And today as well, there's a little bit more going on. I got like the intro going on, and we will be diving into what we always are doing during the live streams, which is basically going into business automation. That's what we do. That's what we do day in, day out. So that is what we are going to talk about today as well. So business automation, if you're a business owner and you want to see more business automations built up by me, then follow along. This is what we do every single week. Multiple times per week, we go live on different platforms. We are live on YouTube, on Facebook. Now we are live on LinkedIn as well. So hey, everybody from LinkedIn. We are live on Twitch as well. So we're live on different platforms using Restream here. And I can see the chat. So if you have some comments, if you want to say hi, just add some comments from wherever you're watching. If it's YouTube, LinkedIn, doesn't really matter. You can leave comments and I will see them. So today is going to be all about automating content creation. It's something that I've been playing around with for quite a while now. And there's a lot of people, a lot of business owners that are struggling with content creation, me included, right? I mean, content creation is something that is, if you're not creative, if you just want to deliver value to your customers through what you know you can do, like your skill, your expertise, and content creation is not always like the fun thing to do. That's true in my case. That's why I definitely hired a social media manager at one point, and I hired some help that could create content for me as well. But in many cases, for small business owners, having the capacity, the resources to hire somebody to help us out with that is not always that easy, right? It's not always that convenient. And now with the dawn of AI and ChatGPT and all of that, well, you might argue like, where is the benefit of hiring somebody that can create content if AI can create content for us? Now, I will tell you immediately, like having somebody or hiring somebody like a social media manager, a content creator and so on is still beneficial, 100%. Like AI, I always say that AI should enhance what we do, also if it's about content creation. So I stick to that. I will always stick to that until somebody can show me an AI that is as good as a human being with all the intricacies of our brain and so on. But until that time, I think it's all about enhancing what we do. So that's also why I mean, Titanify is exactly about that, is enhancing the businesses with automation, systemizing processes, business processes, and really looking at practical examples of business processes. Because what I also see in today's online world, if people are talking about AI, automation and so on, people tend to make it very, very complicated, right? People tend to make it so complicated that it's not practical anymore. And I don't want to do that. Because look, I've built businesses for myself for many years now. And before I dived into Titanify, I had other businesses that weren't about automation. So that was delivering like business coaching, for example, or marketing, or just consultancy around Office 365 and so on. Then you don't really have the time to go deep into business automation or setting that up for yourself. Even me being technical, I didn't have really the time for that, and I didn't really want to make time for that because I did other things. I wanted to do other stuff. So That's also why now with Titanify, even though this is my business now and this is something that I'm passionate about, I still want to make it as simple as I can for business owners so that they understand what's happening, right? So they understand what we're doing. And the same with content creation, right? If I'm going to build something, an automation, then it should be practical, it should be easy enough to use, and it should integrate with the tools that we already are using in our business. That being said, let's dive into it today. So if you have any questions about this, about what I'm doing, what I'm saying here, just put it in chat. I'll try to make sure that I see it here. I think I can on my other screen here. So don't be shy. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions while we're building this, then please do so. Okay, let's go into this. So I'm gonna go into my other screens here. So I was building out this one as well. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was here. There we go. So before I do that, let me just open the door. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this is one part that I was building today. It was just a video about what I think, like what I just was talking about, what I think about automation and what kind of components that you should have within your automation just to make sense of everything. This was one overview that I was using, right? And this video that I just created, you can view that on all the platforms. And I'm just checking chat if I can see everything here. So if I'm not responding, it must be that I'm not seeing it immediately. But I will do my best to make sure I keep track of everything. This was an automation overview that I was creating, and I added this video on my YouTube channel. So we have a YouTube channel. If you go to I need to update this one, right? So if you go to YouTube, this one. So youtube.com/@Titanify, you will see our channel and you will see that I'm live there as well, right? So you will see here, there's a new video here. Actually, I uploaded 2 videos, I think, or even 3, that you can check out if you want to know more what we're actually up to and so on. So simplified AI automation. Yeah, this was the one. Automation processes simplified. Yeah, these 2 videos, just check them out. That's what I'm talking about. What I think about simplifying automation for businesses. And you can also see past live streams, some of my shorts here, and so on and so on. We're also on TikTok. Just go look for Titanify on TikTok as well, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere. So going back to what we wanted to do today. So content creation. It's a beast, to be honest. If you really want to automate it in a way that it's not overcomplicated, right? Because again, we can make it as complicated as we can. We can we could like develop something like an app or something, or a specific AI that handles content creation, and there's many tools out there. And those tools, I mean, those tools that have already been created, those tools are something that we are going to use in this automation as well. Again, because I'm not going to develop a new app. That's not what I want to do. It's just going to take too much time. Even if I would want to, I could, I guess. I have a developer background, so eventually I could do it, but I'm not going to do that. I really want to help other business owners automate and systemize their business. And developing stuff is not yet something that I'm looking at. So we're going to use other people's apps that can integrate with our workflow. Now, if you're looking at content creation, right, there's many like examples where people go over the process, the high level process of creating content. And as you can see here, like choosing content goals, brainstorming content types, content audit, mapping out the content plan, and so on and so on. Or here, there's another one like, okay, content planning, and then with the tasks, task assignment, reviewing, approvals, publishing, promotion, like all of this. And that's very high level in terms of content creation process. With Titanology, my other business where I do a lot of community building, business coaching, and so on. When we looked at content creation there, we used our own unique framework, let's say, and we call it content cycles. And content cycles, and if I go back like this was our board to start, just to give an explanation to anybody that was coming into Titanology to create content, like what is our strategy, where did it originate from, and so on and so on. So we were looking at like, okay, what are content ideas, types of content marketing. Then you have the 4 phases. You have awareness phase, interest, consideration, decision. And then you have your types of content that you can create for each of these phases. The types of posts, or reels, video, carousel, normal posts. And all of that, trying to make sense of that, we started to create content cycles. Content cycles based on a pillar. Like if you have content pillars, well, we based on that. And from there, we started to create posts like for 2 weeks. A cycle of, let's say, 14 days. A cycle of posts. That's what we were doing, right? So this is like an example. So this is a content cycle where we were creating content for the offer pillar. So all about offer creation and so on. And more specifically, it was to get people to sign up for the niching down training video. So that's the goal. That was the goal. And we wanted people to sign up. So what did we do? So we created a content cycle with a bunch of specific posts, types of posts, right? And this planned out for across like 2 to 3 weeks, where there's always like a call to action. As you can see here, the training or the recorded training, that's the call to action. That's the goal. We want people to sign up for that using content. So we want to create awareness content around it. We wanted to create content for all of the phases that I've just shown you, right? And then within the content cycle, we had also specific types of posts. We have belief shift posts, 2-step posts, story posts, all of this. So it's going pretty detailed here in terms of what we wanted to create in content. On top of that, we started to use ClickUp as a tool to manage all of the content cycles. It's not easy to do. The problem with content creation that we have found is that if you do it this way, it takes a lot of time to keep track of everything. And you want to keep track of everything because what we want to avoid is to create content that's only used once. Right? We didn't want to do that. That's why we call it content cycles. So in terms of that, we wanted to create something that we could repurpose. But at the same time, if we want to repurpose content, we have to know which kind of content is performing well. And that's something then what we wanted to track in ClickUp, basically. So this was our attempt. As you can see here, we've been doing a lot of this. not always as successful as we wanted to do. Because most of it was manual work, basically, right? Not just the content creation, but also the follow-up and so on and so on. So while, I mean, you could question like, okay, why do you use ClickUp for this? You could use any other tool like Hootsuite or any other content scheduling tool that might also have some of this. True, but still also there's still a lot of stuff that you have to put in there yourself, right? So, okay, what is the idea now in terms of automation? So I want to really go ahead and this plan that we had to create content cycles and so on, I want to, for a part, I want to automate that, right? I want to automate that, and I call it a content factory, whatever you, I mean, it can be the content cycle factory, it can be the content machine. I also call it at one time, or a content acceleration, doesn't really matter. What do I want from the automation? What do I want to achieve here? So, as I said before, also if you look at the other video, if I go back to, I don't know where I put it here. Oh yeah, here. So with every automation, right, there's a trigger. This can be done by a user or by a recurring timer. For example, you have the automation itself with several tools, and you have your input that comes into the automation that the automation needs to run, and then you have your output. Could be data, could be files, could be whatever it is, right? So the same way is what we're going to do, what I want to do with the content factory automation workflow, right? That's what I want to do. And so where does it start? It starts with the inputs. Start with inputs and with triggers. These are the inputs that I want, very high levels. So I want to have an offer. What is the offer? The offer could be like a free training video or a free webinar. We have one coming up actually, so I could create a content cycle for that webinar. Right, that's the offer. That will be my call to action. We want to have content pillars, one or multiple, depending on what we want. We want to have a tone of voice, like those three. If I have an offer, if I know where I want to send people to, and the content pillar meaning like, okay, what specific pain point maybe can I dig into so that people, people that I want to reach see the right kind of content and they understand that this is for them, right? And then with the tone of voice is, okay, this has to be related to my business, has a specific tone of voice, so it has to be written in that tone of voice. These are the inputs. The beauty of today's world is that with ChatGPT, we can create content automatically that is based on these three things, for example, yeah, with the tone of voice, with content pillars and so on. This will help us a lot in terms of time saving, right? At least just that part, just this part. I'm not even talking about scheduling the content and so on, but just creating the content will save us a lot of time. But at the same time, replacing somebody that creates content, I mean, we'll have to see. If the other day I was talking to a friend, also an entrepreneur, and we were talking about the fact that, I mean, everybody. If you're not doing ChatGPT right now or haven't looked at it, you might be a little bit behind, but pretty sure that everybody that is close to creating any type of content for their own business or for anybody else's business is using ChatGPT or AI Google Bard, Copilot, whatever, they're using this kind of tool to create content. Which also means that if you just leave it to the automation to create all the content, at a certain point, the stream of content will be so high, and probably is already, that it's going to be very, very, very hard to break through. And honestly, one of the things that I try to do to alleviate that a little bit is by going live, is doing these live streams. That's one of the main reasons that I do this. I love doing live streams. I love creating content for myself in this way, video format. And this is something that AI cannot yet replace, I would say. Right? What we're doing here, very much off the cuff, ad hoc, improvised. There's not really a script on this if it's a live stream, right? Anyway, where was I? Going back to the fact that a lot of people will use AI to create content, and that's okay, as long as at some point we make sure that we enhance it with our own uniqueness in some way. I guess that's also where tone of voice can come in play, where some of the stuff that we do, and eventually the writing will become better and better and better. There's also video generation, right? People, if you saw some of the latest videos coming out from AI, it's incredible what AI already can do just with a prompt or with some text. So that's coming as well. Image creation is something that we're going to look at as well in this automation, also with ChatGPT or with other tools. So there's a lot of stuff that we can already automate, and that we can create at least a framework of content. And that's what we want to do. We want to create that kind of framework of content. So the only thing that we still would need to do by ourselves is just to very quickly go over it, review it, and just say, yeah, this is good, just publish it, right? That's, I guess, that's something useful, I would say. And even for social media managers, for content creation, content creators, this is still useful, right? Because the way that I've used ChatGPT or Copy.ai and other tools to create content helped me a lot to save time. As a small business owner, content creation is part of the business. While I don't want to spend an hour just thinking about some ideas for my content, I want help with that. If an AI can produce content ideas in just a matter of seconds, then I mean that's a big plus, right? And I use this, I mean, not only for content creation, but also, for instance, if we're doing our webinar, so we're going to do, it's more like it's not a webinar, it's a workshop where I'm going to also show like how we build a sales system. And I've used it. I've used ChatGPT to create an outline for that workshop. So where is it? And then I'll just show you what it came up with. And yeah, it's cool. It's just great. Like all of these things, like subtitles and 5 reasons. So I use like a framework that I got from people that are experienced with building webinars, and then I added this prompt into ChatGPT, and then it created this, right? And what I also used, and this is just a tip for everybody, so to create this, so what I used is, so let's go here for a second. So what did I do to create this kind of outline, right, for a webinar? So I was already talking to a lot of business owners, just intro calls and so on, to see, okay, what is their problem, where are they stuck, and so on, just like market research almost, or people that were interested in what I did and having a conversation. So we had that recordings because I use Fireflies. So Fireflies AI, I think it's fireflies.ai. Just let me check. Fireflies, yeah, fireflies.ai is what I use. So that's a note taker, an AI note taker that joins the call and records the call, right? So I have this recording. Then that one, and then you have, so just a webinar overview template from experts, right? And you combine those two, right? Just combine, let's put it like this, and let's have another one. You combine those two, basically. And then ChatGPT looked at the recording, the transcription, and looked at this one, and it came up with a custom. It's a custom webinar overview based on the pain points that I gathered already from the recordings from people that I was talking to. So this, I would say this is a perfect example how you can enhance what you're already doing without leaving it to AI just to come up with everything themselves. Because in this case, I could have said like, okay, I'm not going to use the Firefly. I don't have anything. I'm just going to take the template, ask ChatGPT based on what I think would be the pain points, just create an overview. But that wouldn't be as good as including the recording from Fireflies, the transcription from Fireflies. That makes sense, right? That's how I was able to come up, or like ChatGPT, was able to come up with an overview of all of this, and this is based on real conversations, right? And even if you wouldn't have these ones, now there's even the opportunity to go to YouTube, to go find videos that talks about pain points about a specific industry, and have that transcription together with this one come up, and then ChatGPT will come up with an overview that is based on that input. That's an enhancement that I think is very useful. Because at the same time, if you wouldn't have that, you would be able to have the recording, but if it was a recording that is not done by AI itself, or you would take your own notes and so on, okay, you still have to transfer those notes and come up with the overview yourself. I think this is a good way to use this, right? And to enhance what we're already doing. What do you think, chat? What do you think? If you're watching this and if you like what you see, just give me a shout in the chat. I hope I see everything here. I'm not sure. This is read only. Okay, I'm just checking the chat here. See Facebook. I'm not sure if I can see LinkedIn. So give me a second here. I'm just gonna switch to LinkedIn to see if I have missed anything. Just a sec, people. I'm going to go to my LinkedIn. I should be seeing it on the other screen, but I'm not. Quickly checking. What is this? I should be seeing it. Okay, on the other screen now. So I see somebody did a like. Thank you, Sophia. So if you're seeing this, if you're watching, just put a comment in LinkedIn. Would appreciate it. Or on YouTube, or on Twitch, or on Facebook. Much appreciated if you would leave a comment. And let me know if you find this valuable or not. So we're in the process of building a content creation factory. That's the idea. So I want to enhance our content creation process that we have, that is then also being used with other people. I mean, this doesn't have to be just for me. This can be for anybody. So, okay, going back here. Okay. So back to our content creation. So including the inputs, offer, content pillar, tone of voice into automation. So the tools that I want to use, I've been playing around with this before. The tools that I want to use is Zapier, ChatGPT, Copy.ai, Google Drive, and ClickUp. I'm pretty much forgetting another tool as well, but let's just go with these ones. And the eventual outputs would be a couple of posts that are linked together. So that kind of content cycle is what I want to create. And then seeing if it's decent enough to actually use, right? And I said like, okay, the post, I also want to create the images, to be honest. So not just the text, but also the images for each post. That's what I want to do. Or selecting photos. We'll have to see if that's possible. So, but this is something that I'm going to build together with you during the live stream. Because, I mean, for me, this is something I like to do. And I'm still also in the process to understanding a lot of these tools that are coming out, that are changing, and to seeing which kind of integrations that we can build. Because one of the other things that I see online a lot, if you're following the space a little bit, is we're seeing a lot of the same tutorials or the same ways of doing things. What we also see is a lot of things around ChatGPT and how to use it, but I'm not seeing a lot of, or maybe I'm not looking enough. Maybe I still have to spend more time to go onto YouTube and to see what people are creating. But for now, if what I have seen, right, the combination of these tools is where I think is even a bigger opportunity than just using ChatGPT by itself. Like, yes, you can use ChatGPT for almost everything, I would say. But again, you're a small business owner, right? I'm doing this for small business owners. I'm doing this for myself, for my own business. And I'm not going to go into ChatGPT every single day to do the same things, if that makes sense. Maybe in the beginning, like with everybody, like me included, I went to ChatGPT to create a post based on some stuff that I was putting in there. But if you have to do it every single day, you can hire somebody to do that every single day. You can, but if it's really something that is repeatable steps, I think creating an automation makes more sense. And also making sure that ChatGPT is not the only tool that you're using, because if you want to use ChatGPT, and I will show later on why I think it's not a good idea to just use ChatGPT. You have to combine it with Zapier, Copy.ai, Google Drive, and not only for the inputs also for the outputs, but also what is happening, the actions themselves. And we will have to go deep and deep and deep into ChatGPT and the custom and the GPTs that you can build yourself and so on eventually. But for simplicity, I do want to advocate for not only using ChatGPT, I think, because there's a lot of stuff that you can already do with Zapier without the need for ChatGPT. I think I gave an example in one of the earlier streams where if you want to do something with Zapier, like if you want to send a mail when somebody I don't know, when somebody books a call, send a mail, for example. A very easy thing to do within Zapier. Don't put that in ChatGPT. Don't put that in there. I wouldn't know why, right? Or even like I mentioned in the other stream as well, where we could combine Calendly with ClickUp, right? We could use ChatGPT to do all of that, or we could put it all in Zapier or even make.com, but it doesn't make sense, right? Anyway, enough of that. Let's go into the nitty-gritty here. Let's go a little bit deeper. So as you might know or might not know, this is the way that I visualize processes, and more essentially like automations and full processes, because okay, this by itself is a process, yes. Well, not actually, not really. This is a process, but you can't do shit with this, right? This is not something you can actually use. And this is a bit of visualization what we want to do. It's still okay. We could do something like this, what I did the other time. This is a process, but again, you can't do shit with that. We have to go deep. We have to go deep. I actually have to change this name. So this is our content fact. This will be for a part. It's already there, but we will have to go deeper. Our content factory, value stream, work stream, workflow, whatever. Okay. I started to think about how to visualize this before we jump into the tools themselves. And one of the things that I started to doing is to set prerequisites, right? Because even if you start the automation or if you start the workflow, certain things have to be in place already before we can even do something. And that's related to the inputs. So the offer, content pillar, tone of voice, we need to have these things already, right? We could use ChatGPT to produce these things 100%. By all means, go for it, right? But to run this automated creation of a content cycle every time, right, as a repeating thing, as a repeating automation, we should already have that. We should not have to recreate these things again and again and again. So we need those. So we put them somewhere, right? So I decided, and again, you can do this in 100 different ways. I decided just to put that into Google Drive, right? So I created my own lab here. Here we go. And here they are, right? And also there, not sure. I think this is just upsetting. Okay. I must have it open somewhere else. These are just files, so I just put in some simple things here. Pillars, right? The offer itself is a free workshop, right? That's what it's doing, and then the tone of voice. Very easy, right? You can do whatever with this. You can create your own tone of voice, and I will show you also how you could do that. But so we have this one, so we need these ones, and I'm actually going to create the links towards these things. So let's say tone of voice, I'm gonna share this. And I'm thinking, so we will have a connection with our Google account, so we just need copy link here, and then we can, then we're just gonna add this tone of voice here, and I'm gonna add a link. There we go. I need to use another color, it's not visible. Let's do, lighter color here. No, don't like that. No, green. Green seems okay-ish. Which color should we pick? Chat. Should we make it? I think this one will do for now. It's a bit flashy, but okay. At least we can see which one is linked and which one is not. So we have the tools here that I'm just making sure we have those. So we have the tone of voice, and I will do this for all the other ones as well, right? So then we know we have this. We have this beliefs overview. So something that we use in our content cycle is beliefs, because we have beliefs, right? And these beliefs need to be integrated in the content that we're creating. So that's why I want to do this. Just checking chat. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to show more in detail. I'm just checking if I can see actually on Twitch. Here we go. Okay. Just to see, yeah, this is live. Okay. Okay. So this is good. The beliefs. So I'll just show you what I mean with the beliefs. This will be a tricky one because I will have to simplify this overview. I'll show you. Hold on. And let's go to the belief sequence. I mean, within technology, when I'm coaching other businesses to build their business and how to come up with content, we use a belief map, and it's something like this. So it's a Google sheet. So what I will do, I think I created already a version here. Let me check in marketing. Yeah, this one, the content matrix. Yeah, this is the full sheet, like with everything that we have used in the past. And it's cool to have this, but at the same time, this is what we try to use to create a content cycle matrix. And basically, like what you see here, and I'm just so used to right-clicking and then moving the screen. What you see here, this is the attempt to create the content cycle. And as you can see here, hold on. Yeah, these are like the types of posts here, as you can see. And I've also been looking at Justin Welch's structure matrix to create content as well. So this one, eventually my dream to create this content factory, and I hope I will get there together with you. Dream is that we can fill out the complete matrix based on the inputs again. So actually what we're trying to do here, this is just the beginning. This is to create content, but eventually what I want to do is before we get to this point, before we generate the posts, is actually creating this full content matrix. I don't know if it's going to be in a Google Sheet or if it's going to be in ClickUp. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's what I want to create. Because then, to create a content cycle, then I want AI to pick a combination. This is what we did in the past manually, right? Pick a combination of, okay, the content cycle should exist of a post, a motivational post around this, and a belief post around this, and a problem post around these kind of things, and so on and so on. And then completely building out the content cycle. That's the ultimate goal here. And I could develop that. I could really create or write code to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna hope that we, together with you, we're gonna build this out and we're gonna see what we get. But I want to do that. Yeah, that's the goal here. That has always been the goal, to somehow automate some of this shit, because it's a lot of work. I mean, just to fill out this content matrix, using our own ideas, using our own thoughts and creativity, it's not easy. It is not easy, right? It's a lot of work. If you can automate this saves hours and hours and hours and hours of work, and saves a lot of money as well, right? That's just how it is. So, the end goal, right? But if we're talking about belief cycles, so these are the ones. Let's think what we can do here. I'll just take this and I'll just take a subset and put that into my lab here. So I'll create a Google Sheet. I'll call it belief map. Just beliefs. Something about naming that I try to think about is, if we're gonna use automation or maybe coding at some point, making the names of your documents as easy as possible helps a lot, to make sure that we're getting the right ones. Because if you call this like belief map for Titanify January 2024 27th, if you do it like that, yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. Even because then you would have to find this file based on file name contains that, or file name is this. You could also maybe give a unique identifier. So this is like Titanify lab document 1, and the other one is TLD2. You know, that also can help a lot. But we're gonna just stick to this simple thing. So as a business owner, again, if you don't have this yet, it is perfectly fine. It's actually not something that I put in here, right? I put it in here, so it's not really necessary. Let's just add this here, just for making sure that's clear for everybody, that that's also something we're adding to the mix, so a belief map. But you don't, I mean, you don't need that to create this automation. You can do without. So we have these four, offer, tone of voice. What am I missing? Offer, tone of voice, and content pillars. See, I was even forgetting it myself. So let's move this here. I don't like the color chat. God damn it. Gray? No. This. But the blue one is then. No. 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 Come on. No. I guess I just need to make the text black. Yeah, this is more relaxing for the eyes. Okay. So I got this one. So we had the beliefs and we had content pillars. Okay, so we have those. We have the shared folder. Let's put a link here as well. So this is the place, the location of the files. Okay. Then what else? We need a ClickUp list. So eventually I want everything to be added in here, in this list. I'm not too concerned right now with how it looks like and what the custom fields are. I just want it to do like this. New content cycle. Boom, that's it. And I actually have a template already. I have a template that I could use in ClickUp. So here you can see Titan content factory pillar 2-week content cycle is a template. And that template contains a lot of subtasks where you will have all the posts already like this. So this template creates that already. So we could think about creating the task first and then adding all of the content in the task, or it will be an iteration and just not using the template but letting the automation create all of the posts. So we'll have to see what's going to be the easiest to do. But the list is here, so I'm going to use this list. And again, this here I will have to create connections. If you're using Zapier, we'll have to build connections in there. And you know what, chat? One of the things that I started to do is actually combine Zapier and make.com. And that sounds crazy, because why would you use both? You could do everything in the same one. Well, actually, some of the tools, I'm just looking for the logo of make.com. Some of the functionality of Zapier, for instance, I think, no, I forgot. I think it was the connection with, with Copy.ai. But Make didn't have that one. Let's check. And vice versa. Some of the things that Make can do in terms of connections, Zapier can't. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it is. So for one of our customers, we had to actually do that, right? We had to build something in Zapier and build something in make.com. Otherwise, we had to do a big workaround in Zapier or a big workaround in Make, and I didn't want to do that at all because that doesn't make sense. I just use both of them. Why not? Let's check here. Access denied. Why? Not sure what's happening. It should work. But it's logged in with the wrong one, huh? Oh no, it's the right one. Sorry. Is it this one? Yeah. I thought I had more. Oh no, active scenarios. Yeah, of course. These are active scenarios. What was I trying to do here actually? This one is one I'm gonna show later. I'm sorry, chat. I forgot which one that actually didn't work. Integration with Calendly Pipedrive. Could be that was ChatGPT actually, or not. I don't remember. We'll see when we get there which one it was, but it is possible. So it is something that I don't mind doing, using both of them. Let's just get the copy, no, not the copy, the make.com logo. I need to find a better way to do this as well. I had it in Miro. I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna copy this one. Just don't want to lose too much time on this right here. Just gonna add this. Could be that we're gonna use it. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, so we have the ClickUp list, the ChatGPT connection. We need to set that up. The Zapier and Copy.ai. These three. These will be the core of our automation. And before anybody says like, why would you still use Copy.ai if you can use ChatGPT? Because for people that don't know this, Copy.ai is basically a wrapper around ChatGPT. So everything that you do within Copy.ai, almost everything, sorry, Copy.ai, almost everything that you do can connect with ChatGPT. And it's actually, if you, the good thing about Copy.ai in the beginning, before ChatGPT came out with a lot of other stuff, was the fact that you could use Copy.ai and connect it with the internet, meaning that we could say something like, I'll just show you quickly. So this is Copy.ai. I love Copy.ai, I must admit, even though you could do everything in ChatGPT, but I'll tell you later why we're still going to use this one. So first of all, projects and putting it in folders, amazing. I love it. So what I had is this one. So this is just to show this. So right now in Copy.ai, you can do, just give a, wait, let me see. So you can do this, write a funny summary of this video and it points to YouTube. This is possible right now. It was already possible before ChatGPT. Well, actually, I have to be careful. Look, a couple of months ago, I've been doing technology since beginning of 2021. There was no ChatGPT then, right? At a certain point, Copy.ai was already there. Not connected to ChatGPT, right? They used their own way of writing. Then ChatGPT came, then they connected with ChatGPT, but ChatGPT couldn't connect with the internet, and Copy.ai did, and then they combined it somehow. Don't ask me how. That's what they did. So that has always been the benefit of Copy.ai, and still is a good benefit, I think, to have, even though you can do it with Copy or with ChatGPT as well. Anyway, this is what I like about it, and what I also like about it now, why we're going to use Copy.ai more, is this one, workflows. So workflows is a new functionality in Copy.ai where you can actually set up workflows like this one. So this is done in Copy.ai. So we can set up an automation that on a daily basis searches new articles on the internet and then generates post IDs and then emails to the user. This is done in Copy.ai pretty easily, right? You can see here and all this. And then this, I will show you why Copy.ai is still very valid. So you pay for Copy.ai, right? You have credits here as well. But you can connect it to other LLMs. So not just OpenAI ones, also Claude is another one. And Copy.ai chooses, but you can choose yourself as well, right? Now, you have to understand that ChatGPT is not for free. You have a free version, but if you want to do this, right? If you want to use GPT-4, you have to pay, right? If I want to do this here, I have to pay. So I'm paying right now, so then now I can use GPT-4 if I want to, but I'm paying for that. That's one thing. The other thing is if you can connect Zapier with ChatGPT. Okay, so you can say to Zapier, and I'll show you. So here, I've been using Zapier since forever. And they've been catching up a lot with a lot of the new features from ChatGPT and all the other tools. So I really start to really love it more than ever. Here. Where did I put this? Here? I think it was this one. Yeah. So you can do this. You can send prompts to OpenAI from Zapier. So instead of doing give me a post about automation, this I can say here, send prompt. You pick the account and you say the same here. You say send me a post about blah blah blah. Okay, same. Now what is the big difference? What is the big asterisk, the caveat, however you say that in English? The connection here that you have is not a connection with ChatGPT, with this one. It's a connection with OpenAI API. So while you would say, okay, you pay for ChatGPT to access GPT-4, okay. But if you want to do the same from another tool to ChatGPT or OpenAI in this case, you have to have another account. So you have to have OpenAI platform, I don't know, this one. So you have to have an account on OpenAI. Okay. If it wants to load at least. And then I'll get to the point. I promise, chat. I promise. API. So you can go to the API. That's where we want to get to. Here, if you want to use this, if you want to send prompts to OpenAI, and there's even ChatGPT, it's the same. If you choose ChatGPT, the same, use the same. I don't know why they made two of those, but it's the same. You cannot, even if you would say I am paying for this one, that doesn't count. It does not count to your connection, to the ability to send prompts to OpenAI, to the to the API of OpenAI. So you need another subscription. You need another subscription here. So you need another subscription to be able to send OpenAI prompts. And I spent $10 on this, and yesterday I was playing around with this, and here, this one, or these two together, I can show you test. So here you can see what I've sent and the response. What is the response and what I sent? And it has a cost, a tokens cost, right? So total usage of tokens is 646. 646 tokens used with this action from Zapier, this one. So then here you can see activity. So 646 tokens spent. ChatGPT 3.5 turbo, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then we also had this one, generate an image, which didn't work that well, I must say, but okay. Generate image. And this one was then, how many? Okay, it's per image then, this one, I guess. So the costs, images, yeah. So the total cost of that run is 2 cents. Which is, honestly, I'm not sure. I need to do a calculation, like, is this a lot or not? And especially if we then look at Copy.ai, because this uses credits as well. I'm pretty sure it's connected to the same idea as with these tokens, right? So what I need to check actually is if, first of all, the reason that I'm using Copy.ai, probably, I hope, we'll need to make a calculation that the amount of actions being performed here. So I have several workflows actually running. So this one is running. There are a couple of others that are running, that are producing connections to OpenAI. Because this, I mean, this is a tool. This is an app, Copy.ai, that is connected to OpenAI the same way that we connect to OpenAI with this one. So Copy.ai works the same way. So they also have to pay, OpenAI for tokens. I'm pretty sure that they need to pay less than we have to do if we do it ourselves. So one thing is then, okay, the amount that we're paying for Copy.ai should be less than if we would do all of this by ourselves. That is the idea behind this, right? Also, the fact that Copy.ai, they're building this out. Their Copy.ai is for creating content, right? You can see that they are building out these other automations and so on. So there's more to it than this. And okay, in Zapier, you will have also these kind of templates, but you need to connect that. You need to have these ones connected to your account, and you need to pay as well. You need to pay for Zapier as well. So you need to pay anyway. So then I'd rather pay for something like this, where they're actively developing more tools as a wrapper around ChatGPT, than if I want to do it everything myself. Again, going back to the principle, my principle of I want to make it simple. I don't want to do it all by myself anymore, because I used to make that mistake. I used to create websites for myself, and all of these websites were coded. So I used to create websites for myself, and all the websites were created, custom made, and I was coding them. I was the developer. I was coding the HTML, the backend, the database, everything. I was doing it by myself because I was too proud to say I will just use a template. I will just use WordPress and just activate that template and just be done with it. No, I needed to create it by myself, because my idea was if I created it, then it was my work. This is mine, right? This site is mine. But this cost me so much time and effort to build sites like that, while I could have just built a WordPress site in a fraction of the time that it cost me to build a site like that, just coding it myself. And I learned that lesson honestly pretty late, I would say. I think it was around 2016, and I've been an entrepreneur, and I've been a developer since 2000, the year 2000, people. So that's 16 years of not admitting that a template, a WordPress template, would be much simpler and easier to use, would save me a lot of time and money. But that would be the better option than if I would do everything myself. So I'm not going to make that mistake again by saying now, oh yeah, let's just create all these GPTs ourselves, and for everybody, every scenario, we're going to create a new one and custom made, and we're going to start building apps that are doing completely the same almost than any other app and so on. No. If I'm helping small business owners, I am a small business owner. If I'm helping them, if I'm helping you, then I want to make sure that I'm not wasting a lot of time and money. Not my time and money, not your time and money. So that's why right now my philosophy and my principle is to find ways to make it as simple as possible for everybody, to build automations, to optimize and systemize your processes so it's practical, simple, easy to use, easy to understand, and it delivers the value that we want to deliver. Right? That's the goal here. That's the end goal. That's what I want to do. So that being said, I think that's enough for today. We were late to go live, so we will go live. I think it's going to be not tomorrow, I guess, but Tuesday for sure. Usually it's Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. But I will go live at least twice a week from now on. At least twice a week I will go live. Tuesday evening, 100%. You can bet on it. Around 5 to 6 p.m. Central European time, because I'm from Belgium. you can bet on that we will be live to keep building this, right? To keep building the content factory, to keep building any other automation that we want to focus on. And so in the meantime, check out our YouTube channel, check out our TikTok channel, LinkedIn, check out our free workshop that is coming up and register for that, where we will be building a sales system, an automated sales system to generate more leads, to generate more sales, to get more revenue going for your business. And other than that, reach out to me, connect with me if you have any questions, if I can help you out in any way around business automation, optimization, systemization, visualization of all your business processes. I am here for you. Just reach out to me on all our platforms, DM me, send me an email, go to our website, titanify.biz, and you will have ways to connect with us. I want to thank everybody for watching, for being here. If you're watching the recording, also thank you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, any remarks. Keep following us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, keep following us, and we will see each other another time. Have a great rest of your day, great weekend, and we will see each other very soon, online, probably. See you. Bye-bye. Not starting soon, it's ended. See you later, everybody.